In this video, we'll be taking a look at two NFL games happening on August 20th, 2022. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets. As we provide these videos on a daily basis, I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these two NFL games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive betting picks to take your sports betting journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer anywhere from 1 betting pick a day up to 10 betting picks a day and much more. Now let's get started. San Francisco 49ers versus Minnesota Vikings. The San Francisco 49ers and the Minnesota Vikings will square off in the second preseason game of the season on Saturday evening in US Bank Stadium. The 49ers are coming off a 28-21 home win over the Green Bay Packers. The Vikings are 0-1 after losing to the Las Vegas Raiders 26-20. The San Francisco 49ers will be looking to build on their 28-21 win over the Green Bay Packers from their preseason debut last time out. Nate Sudfeld threw for 103 yards and a touchdown on 8 of 11 passing, while Trey Lance threw for 92 yards and a score on 4 of 5 passing, and Brock Purdy tossed for 36 yards and a TD on 3 of 6 passing. Michael Hasty and Tyrion Davis-Price each had a team-high 36 rushing yards, and Jordan Mason also had 30 rushing yards as well. Danny Gray led the 49ers with 99 receiving yards and a TD, while Ray McLeod III had a team-high 4 catches for 63 yards and a score, and Tanner Hudson had a TD grab as well. On defense, Oren Burks had a team-high 8 total tackles, while Dante Johnson had a sack for San Fran in the winning effort. The Minnesota Vikings will try to bounce back after ending up on the wrong side of a 26-20 loss to the Las Vegas Raiders last time out. Kellenman threw for 119 yards and a pair of touchdowns on 9 of 14 passing, while Sean Mannion had 79 passing yards on 8 of 12 passing. Ty Chandler led the Vikings ground attack with 50 rushing yards, while Keenan Nwangwu had 41 rushing yards of his own. Myron Mitchell led the Vikings with 37 receiving yards, while Ihmir Smith-Marsette had a team-high 3 grabs for 31 yards, and Albert Wilson had a pair of TD receptions as well. On defense, Troy Dye had a team-high 6 total tackles with 5 solo tackles, while Ty McGill had a pair of sacks, and Armon Watts and Harrison Phillips each had a sack as well in the losing effort. San Francisco is 5-0 against the spread in their last 5 games and 9-2 against the spread in their last 11 Saturday games. The under is 7-1 in San Francisco's last 8 games. Minnesota is 5-2 against the spread in their last 7 games on turf. The over is 4-0 in Minnesota's last 4 home games, and the over is 6-1 in their last 7 games against the NFC. The home team is 5-0 against the spread in these two teams' last 5 head-to-head meetings. I expect Kyle Shanahan to play to win, even with most of his backups. He's 6-2 straight up over his last 8 preseason games. O'Connell is from the Sean McVay school of taking out his starters in the preseason and not playing guys who have minor injuries. That doesn't mean that O'Connell doesn't want to win this, but laying 4.5 is still a lot with backups against Nate Sudfeld, who played well last week, and Brock Purdy. Good teams usually have good depth. Look for San Francisco to control this game, as the 49ers have a better and deeper roster that will overwhelm Minnesota. The San Francisco 49ers played much better in their first preseason game and will carry that momentum into Week 2. So the San Francisco 49ers to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. Both starting quarterbacks are not expected to play, and you have Kellenman now going against number 2s and possibly some 1s. That's different than facing the Raiders practice squad and other defenders who won't make the team last week. The Niners will want to tighten up defensively. Last year, they allowed just 39 total points in all 3 games. This is going to be a typical vanilla preseason game where 2 young coaches want to show very little. These teams both gave up 20-plus points in the opening week, but as defenses get more reps, they will be in a better spot to win. I do not like the Trey Lance offense for San Francisco, so that limits how well they can do here, and the running backs for Minnesota are going to struggle to move the chains. Under the projected total is our full game side pick. Dallas Cowboys versus Los Angeles Chargers. This Saturday, the Dallas Cowboys and the Los Angeles Chargers will play their preseason Week 2 game. Both of these teams suffered a loss in the first week of the preseason, and they will both be looking to bounce back in this one. The Dallas Cowboys are coming into this one after losing to the Denver Broncos 17-7. The Cowboys struggled without their stars on the field, and they continued to commit pointless penalties that came back to hurt them. The Los Angeles Chargers are entering this one after falling to the defending Super Bowl Bowl champions in the first week of the preseason. The Rams took it to them in the second half of this game, as they scored late to take the final lead. The Chargers will be looking to be better on the defensive side of the ball in this one. Dallas had a nice regular season run last year, but their campaign ended suddenly. The Cowboys finished 12-5 overall, bagging an NFC East division title along the way. In the wild card playoffs versus the 49ers, however, Dallas' season came to an end with a 23-17 loss. In their first preseason game versus the Broncos, the Cowboys gave up all 17 points in the second quarter during a 17-7 defeat. Cooper rushed through for 84 yards and a pick on a 12 of 20 clip, and Ben DiNucci had 112 yards and a touchdown on 9 of 16 passing. Over on the Chargers side, they improved on their 7-9 2020 record last year with a 9-8 run. Unfortunately, that was only good enough for third place in the AFC West, and Los Angeles was left out of the playoffs for the third straight season. Back on Saturday versus the Rams, the Chargers had a 14-14 tie going into the break but eventually lost 29-22. Easton Stick had 119 yards and an interception, and Chase Daniel managed 11 of 17 passing with 117 yards and 2 scores. Michael Bandy added 73 yards and a TD on 7 catches. Dak Prescott likely will not play much, if not at all, in this game, and that means the Chargers have the advantage as Justin Herbert should get the ball. Chase Daniel will likely play most of the way, and he's one of the better backups in the league. The Chargers were able to move the ball well in their first game of the preseason, while it seemed like a struggle for the Cowboys to do so. I don't like the Cowboys' discipline in this game. Both teams have some adjustments to make after their first exhibition games. San Diego had a tepid 86 rushing yards and 56 in time of possession against Los Angeles, but otherwise the Chargers did fairly well statistically outside of 9 penalties for 120 yards. Speaking of penalties, the Cowboys were flagged a whopping 17 times for 129 penalty yards in their loss to the Broncos over the weekend. Dallas outgained Denver 141-39 on the ground, but the Cowboys also went just 5 of 17 on third and fourth down tries. Game 2 should be pretty interesting on both sides, so the Los Angeles Chargers to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. Neither team is very disciplined, as the Chargers had 9 penalties for 120 yards while the Cowboys finished their game with 17 penalties for 129 yards, so both offenses can extend drives on the opposing team's mistakes. Neither defense is stellar and should be able to score points as the starters get a little more action here. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.